And welcome back on my channel. So we're back in the studio with another video, and in this video I want to present something on Roland Verselab MV-1. So yes, those who were waiting for another Verselab video, this is it. And recently I was going back and forward between Polyend Tracker Plus and Verselab MV-1, and I still didn't figure out which workflow suits me better, because those are completely two different devices. To be honest, I gravitate a little bit more towards Tracker Plus because of MIDI capabilities, great step sequencer, sampling, samples editing, and like performance mode. I think song mode is superior, but it's not a comparison video, so I will focus on Verselab MV-1. And when I went back from Tracker Plus, I felt almost like Verselab is completely different device that I used previously, almost like I misused it before. So that will be it. I will focus on sampling. Sampling is not very advanced here, it's not great, it's not like MPC, but you can do a lot if you use your head, basically. So Verselab is more, you have more simplistic approach at first on a surface level, but when you dive a little bit deeper, it's get more and more complex, especially when you hook it up to your PC and use it with your DAW. That's like a real powerhouse. So that will be intro. If you hear any noise, that's my PC fan, my only fan. I know the line is a little bit redundant now, but that it is what it is. I'm still picking it up, so I don't know why it's louder than normally. So let's create new project. And I will demonstrate mostly what you need to be aware of, a few shortcuts that are not that obvious, like on, it's almost like on Roland SP404 SX or Mark II. You have few key combinations that are not that obvious. Okay, we have a song. Let's go to tempo first. Maybe 118, okay. 118, let's set the scale. We're gonna play in G, because I want to demonstrate something on bass. I will use my bass, maybe other instruments. So G for like guitar or bass is like a standard almost. And let's go major. For note, I will use again G. And let's go with Dorian, Pilgrim, Lydian, Mixolydian. Let's go with Mixolydian. So Mixolydian will be like C Ionian, like natural major. That will be like mode of C Ionian. So basically only white keys on a keyboard. That's why theory is important, guys. But that's my scale. I will go straight to the kit because I want to create simple kit. I don't need chromatic kit in this case. Let's go to kit. That's my standard kit. Okay, we're not picking, everything is okay. And if I want to change kit or preview kit, I'm going just to section select. I will go this one. That's my first one. Edit and path. And I will go to, you have all of those options. Load clip, import MIDI, new clip, save clip, clip settings, kit browser. That will be my option. Kit settings, multi effects, instrument, and we go in through all of those paths till 16, yeah, and rename. So let's go to kit browser. And we can choose from presets, project, sound files, MIDI files. That's it. Let's go to presets. Either again, those are filters basically. All numbers. And when I go back to Node, I have my grid at disposal for previews. I don't need to commit to anything yet. At the top are usually more percussive sounds. So those are, yeah. That's for pad. There's really a lot of them, plenty. 909, 802. Yeah. 727. Hip hop, R&B, 707, 727. There's really a lot of it. That's with shorter decay, longer decay, ADM kits, techno kits, maybe. I will go maybe 909. With compressor. Compressed. Okay, let's go with this one, just as an example. Let's check if we have quantize on. So shift, and you see that second label here is quantize, input quantize off. We can, so that's out of quantize. I should have offset. Yeah, this one doesn't. I'm pretty on time actually. So let's keep it off. Like this, for example, or I can just drop it. That will be on exactly on the grid and on in velocity. Or I could go like, let's switch it on, go velocity 16 notes. I could go with style. I could mix styles. I can edit notes as I want, velocity a little bit lower. So you see how quickly you can build up just And you can edit all of your kit, each part of your kit. So you have few options. For example, you can go like straight to value, press value knob, that push enter, and change whichever pad you want from presets, again from project. Like for example, that's some type of tom, and I can go like kick, snare, sticks, clap, hi-hats, rise, cymbals, tom. And those are all presets. Like this. So we have our pattern going. So I want to record bass, for example. Now I have few options, and I want to sample it from my own bass. So I will just grab my bass. I tune it previously, and we're playing Mixolydian, G Mixolydian. So that will be this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Like this. So if I'm playing pattern and I want to record my bass, I can just jam along. Whatever it is, and just to, I'm very basic bass player as well, like beginner level, so be generous with critics and comments, please. Let's go to line. Yeah, I will go to line and I will just switch it to sampling. So shift and rec, which that legend below is sampling. Yes, if I check the signal, if I go exit and edit record, I can set up how I want to record it. So clock 24 dB, minus 24, minus 12, minus 6, and should be enter as well. Yeah, that's the enter. So let's go maybe 12 dB, just for a trial. Yes, and I have like source, because I can resample each of those tracks to my sample and drop it to pad even. I have plenty of options, so I'm playing it. Yes, pressing shift record that R minute. I can check the signal, and when I'm ready, I'm pressing enter, and now it's waiting for threshold from line input. And that's my sample. But because it's too long, I can shorten it. It's definitely too long. With shift and control 3 or value knob, I'm moving it fast, shorten it. Yeah, you can hear that resonance at the back as well. Yeah, but I have another option. I can record it, for example, because I have bass here. That's from presets. It could be either like electric bass or something. It's just like engine going on the background. That's Zencor as well, I think. That's definitely Zencor because all of it running on Zencor. But if I want to record just and play along from pads, I can record it in different way. So that's my G note. I'm playing army. Yeah, and I can just drop it as a instrument track, tone track. That's what it's called. So I can just drop it here as a tone track. That's my sample. So yes, you just have to be mindful that because it's sample, when you pitch it up, it will decay and everything will go faster. Yes, so that's 2 octaves lower. That's on 0. But with tone track, we have automatically set up like all of those settings that you can adjust with your synth engine, like Portmanteau, for example. You can hear that slide from between octaves. And bass is mono, so I'm keeping it mono. If you want to edit your sample or sound or everything else, the shortcut for it, because you could go to clip and edit it in the clip with all of those settings. That would be your not clip settings, because clip are just for playback and everything else. So level, pan, delay, sense, like shuffle, step length and all of that. That's for basically for pattern. And you have rename and tone browser that you can just pick a tone for it. Multi effects, sample edit. That's not the one. That should be tone edit. Where is the tone edit? Tone browser, tone settings. That's the one. Tone settings. So we have a volume, we have a pan. I can pan it. Left as I want. I can use automation, which is this motion, up to 4 automations based on LFO to pan, volume and all of those settings. We have delay send, reverb send, coarse tune, so you can pitch it up or pitch it down, basically transpose it, fine tune it, monopoly, legato, so we have legato here, bend range, portmanteau. Everything is applied to a tone, because if we like upload sound from Zenology Pro, everything would be set as a tone as it was set in the program. But you can just change it for on, and you can use it as a portmanteau time, for example. So you can fine tune it as you want, as a tone. Even if it's sample, you have cutoff, resonance, attack, decay, release. That should be sustain as well. No, there's no sustain. Yeah, on tone track you have no sustain, because when you hold it, it's automatically sustain, I think. So we have vibrato, depth, delay, octave shift, velocity sensitive and unison, all of that. So that's a tone mode. Yes, tone this bass as a tone. and you can build up entire pattern and everything else with it. But if I clear it, maybe not this one. Okay, I will clear it. Clear track, let's go back to tone track, and that will be blank. I don't want this one kick because I already have kick here, yes? And it works for me. I will clear it because I can drop it simply drum kit track. And let's go again. So I have my tone, press record. I could normalize it, I could do all of those things with it. But one thing that I encourage you to do is to export sample. But I will show you later why. So this time I won't export it, I will just set it as a path. Set sample. It's just demonstration anyway. So we have a sample here, recorded sample on path 1. And I can drop it here. Duplicate. And next one will be like. I don't want any distraction. Like this. That's my second sample, yes? I want to drop it here. Set sample. Now importing. So we have, for example, like I said, I could normalize it, do whatever I want. I have this one. That will be my sequence, and I will duplicate it again. Not here. I want it here. This one I want on 3 and 4. Like this, and I can jam along, play whatever I want to do with it. Yeah. So that's the different option, but we have limitations again. So if I go to edit path, for example, I have all of those options: instrument edit, instrument face copy, so that's the face, and sample edit. With sample edit, I can go back to my sample and set up start point, loop point, end point. So I could do it straight after recording, set up start point, end point, normalize it, chop it even, and export it to memory card. So a mode, we have one shot, for example. I could play it forward. So it will play forward. Reverse one shot. So I could do all of that, yeah. If I go, for example, loop, set up loop point somewhere here and play it forward. Maybe endpoint shorter. Even shorter. You hear the clicking, so that's not good. But you get an idea, yes. And endpoint mode, that will be, I'm going to set it to one shot. Fine tune again, gain, key, that's just for reference, actually. That was A. That's A. Yeah, that's A. And that's my sample edit. Did it change the pitch? It's changing pitch, it's not just a reference. That's okay, yeah, as long as we have an option, it's okay. Because we should go to instrument edit, and here we have more options. So like all of those options are for instruments. So mute group, for example, this one can mute this one, like in a drum kit. Yeah. Out assigned, that's effects, either dry or MFX. So we can set up, for example, all of those 8 paths that are going to send effect for clip. So this clip we can copy here, and each clip can have different effect with different set of paths, which is pretty powerful and awesome. And we can have, for example, let's copy this clip here. That's this one has the same set of paths as previous one, but I can edit, for example, this one preset. Let's go to percussion, low bongo, like this one. All sounds are the same, but this one has this one. So we can build entire different pattern just with this one. But I copied only kick, so I will copy as well this one. I could do it easier way by going to section and copy entire section like I will do it now. But never mind. Clear section. Yeah. That second section of bass don't fit. Something changed here. Yeah, that's what changed, because I set it to, I'm already making mistakes, G, and that was C, but is A actually. Yes. What I'm doing now? C4. That's the one. So with sample edit, you can, ideally is just to play with playback time, with start, end point, and loop point. And we have another shortcut just to go to instrument edit, but because in kit track, for example, each of those paths are separate instruments. So if I want to go quickly to this instrument and edit it, I'm pressing edit and push button, and it brings me straight to instrument edit. So I don't have to go through sample, rename, edit, instrument, phrase, or whatever. I'm instantaneously in instrument edit. So I have like delay, send, mute groups, assigned, key offset. That's offset, so that's for pitch. Fine offset, again, cutoff, offset, resonance, same options as with tone track, but we don't have like portmanteau. We have only no sustain. So when I press it and it's not looping itself, it will just die down with the envelope. When it's sustained, as long as I will hold it, it will sustain the sound. And we have EQ, so we have for each path we can have separate EQ, which is awesome. And multi, only another thing is we have voice multi, yes. So if I press it multiple times, it will stack up on top of each other. If we go to single, it will just play a single. It's almost like a mute group between paths. So we have sequence. Yes, I could play along, but I want to show you one more thing, last thing. So I will take kill it. So just for like diversify it a little bit, those instruments and techniques. We're on this section. If I want to copy this sound, that's a recorded sample, so I just dropped it into path, and I will go copy here. That's the same sound, yes. But if I want to edit it, sample edit, and I want to cut it a little bit short, like for example, a lot. That's my copied sample, yes. I mean path. This one is shorted as well, so it's sample is shared basically between those paths, and however you edit this path, it will edit this one as well. So it's like shared memory. You can drop more of them. It's not a problem if you want to play pitch higher, pitch lower. So you're saving memory basically. You have this one and this one. You edit path only. You edit sample. Or instead of editing sample, if you want to keep sample in the exact the same length and everything else, you can just go to instrument edit. That's the simplest way, obviously. And you can apply delay just for this path, and you can play them next to each other. So this one can be in mute group with this one, or don't have to be. Assigned effects, this one can go to effects, this one don't have to. Again, key offset. So this one I can like pitch it up. As you can hear. But I will mute group this one as well. Like this. And if I want to bring it back to original length, I'm going to track edit, sample edit, sorry. I will increase it endpoint to maximum, and it will go back as it was. Like this. So you need to be mindful that when you edit, start and edit point of recorded sample, like dropped into a path, that will affect another path if you copy it. Does it make sense? I think it does. So another thing that you can do if you like, for example, have longer sample, like drum sample or whatever, and you want to use it as a like on SP404, that you have like kick, snare, something like one loop, and you can just separate it, chop it. So in old school way in 404, you drop the entire sample, copy it in through paths, and you just adjust it start and end point of each one. It was daunting, but it was doable. So if I want to record sample, for example here, Let's go again to threshold, and I have my lovely kalimba, but I will use different input. Instead of line, I will use built-in microphone. So that's my microphone. If we check the signal, not very loud. You can hear the noise, yes? What's that noise? Just as a demonstration, because I want to show you something. So play, enter standby. Now I will have to be very careful with enter standby because I have it set to threshold. That's why I will cancel it and I will record it from clock instead of -24 or -6 or whatever. I don't want to tiptoe around it. I will set it to clock and I will record it from countdown. Yes, I could record it from enter as well and nudge it. So that will be from countdown. One more option that you have that you can use when you press edit and on microphone, you have all of those options built in, the same as on input, and you can go phantom, switch off, delay send, or reverb send, for example. So for example, for microphone, I think it's only for, I don't know if you can hear it, for built-in mic. Now it's going through because of the output, but I think it's only through built-in mic, and you can apply it, delay, reverb, all of those settings. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. I didn't investigate it that deep. But let's go to sampling, and when I press start point, it will start recording. Yes, so I will go like G, D, C. That's a good timing, but there was some clicks, obviously. But I have a sample. I can edit it a little bit. So start point, end point. Let's switch off microphone off. When I have an option not to abuse this one button, because this one button controls almost everything, you can access almost everything. I'm using like double button combination or whatever, just to not abuse one of them. Yeah, it's just me. So I could use effect as like a denoise or something else, but I don't want to waste too much time on it. So here's the thing. I can export this sample. Without normalization, I could apply normalization and everything else, and I can drop it into a path, set sample. So I have it already here, and I can drop it here. And here. A little bit off, like with a little bit of swing, yeah. And if I copy this path and try to like use just one note with one note, I wouldn't be able to, because it's using only one sample. But if I go to sample and load it from WAV files and from export, because I exported it, export. Let's go to this one, that's a preview. And I will drop it here, import. And I will drop it here, import. and I will drop it here, import. I have 3 exported files with the same name, but I can edit them separately. So it's using like 3 different, from one memory, like one sample, but in 3 different ways. I don't get it exactly as well, but if we go to, on this one, to edit, sample edit and endpoints, that will take some time. Shift, this one is faster. Okay, 1. If we go to this one, and I will change start point . Start point and end point. Again, we will cut it. That's another sample. I will just do it with 2, just to show you a little bit how it works. So I should cut it a little bit shorter as well. Sample edit and okay. So on this one, before I only cut off the 3rd note. Here add start, maybe I will move start a little bit forward. And that's how it works. So so this one and this one, I can drop it however I want. I can use roll. You get the point. So that will be it for this video. Quick explanation. So as you see, you can quickly build up, for example, sequence, pick your kit. You can build your own kit from samples that you recorded, some percussive stuff, whatever it is. Load, for example, from, I had it in my SD card, whale files, and as you can see, I have like sound packs, one shot 808 grooves, claps, like claps, for example. This one imported, and that's my kit. And if I like my kit, and I'm working with different project, I can just bring my entire kit with edit, or with, no, that's a clip setting, sorry. Shift and kit, that's a track no, that's not the one as well. That's track generator for compressor and EQ. So we have many different shortcuts, but to pick your kit, I'm to go and edit, picking clip, and I have load clip For example, I can load entire clip or just kit browser from, for example, from not from preset, from projects. So I have like, if I have many projects on my SD card, I'm working on, I have one bit saved, another bit saved, that and I like one of my kits from different projects, but I want to change the sequence. I'm just loading kit, working on my sequence, or I can just load MIDI file, or I can load sequence with different kit. There's a lot of options, to be honest. But yeah, that's how it serves me so far. I learned to use more like kit track just for samples, and I have still plenty of tracks to add something on the top, some melodic stuff with some nice chords. Like this kalimba doesn't fit to this beat at the moment, but if I change, find preset, for example, synth bass, synth lead, for example, two bars. Something like this. I don't know. I'm just playing around, messing around. You get the point. That will be it for this video. I think I will go back to Tracker Plus, honestly, soon, because I have a lot of work to do with it, and I will go on abroad again. That's why I'm taking my Tracker Mini again, and I will do more stuff from far away, from how to say it, never mind, I lost the plot. But that will be it for this video. We're almost 50 minutes in production, but hopefully I explained everything well. I want to focus a little bit more on theory as well, and explain some scales, some other stuff, something that not involves too much, like focusing on a gear, because I know this is a gear channel, but first and foremost is a music channel. So I'm focusing on many different aspects, and basics are basics, yes. Many people are forgetting about it because they just going straight into messing around playing, then it sounds out of tune, and they wondering why. I don't know, all of that stuff, or using some computer to do stuff for them. Enough talking. That will be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.